guys! Yes, I know it's been a while since I last uploaded a video in this channel. Ilang buwan na ba yun? It's been 5 months since I last uploaded the video. And ano namang mga nangyari nun? Pumutok na yung Taal volcano. And sadly, we still have this pandemic na up until now, wala pa rin cure or vaccine. And in my case, natapos ko na rin yung first year in law school. So, I decided now that I have a lot of time, why not share with you guys kung ano yung mga naging experience ko. So, this vlog is for those who are probably considering taking up law in the future, pursuing law, or probably hesitating or feeling anxious about it, or even for those who are just curious to know what is it like to be in first year of law school. So, before I start, just a quick background. Unlike majority in our class, who after graduating in their pre-law courses went straight ahead to pursue law, what I did after finishing my BS Accountancy course, I took the board exam and luckily I passed, and right away I started working. It is totally okay to do that if you're really ready or you really have the resources and time for this. That thing that is hindering you, if it's something that you can influence or you can control, then do something about it. But if it's something that is beyond your power, your influence, or your control, you can always set it aside first and work on the opportunity that is in front of you. So be the best version of yourself and do the best that you can. From time to time, every 30 minutes I think, malapit kasi kami dun sa pinaka rail ng train. So, maririnig niyo yung busina ng train minsan. So, huwag nila nang pansinin. Don't sweat the small stuff. So, let's start. What sort of preparations did I do before law school? What I did is, aside from the long list of admission requirements that your school or the university will require, during my time, PhilSat is still required. So, the Philippine Law School Admission Test. The PhilSat was scheduled on a Sunday, and the whole week I had to be in Malaysia before that Sunday. I was working on a project and I had to be in Malaysia. So, my flight back to Manila was scheduled on Friday. And my boss, I remember him asking me to extend and move the flight on Saturday morning. But I insisted that I really have to be back in Manila Friday night. So, because I still have to review and imagine the anxiety and the stress. I cannot afford any flight delays or whatnot. So, I'm that worried because PhilSat was only held twice a year. One in April and another in September. So, if you miss your chance in April, and mine was scheduled in April. If you miss your chance in April, you will have to wait for September. So, definitely delay your law school, right? So, I was able to fly back to Manila, and it was really raining so hard. Fortunately for you guys, just last December 2019, the Supreme Court declared PhilSat unconstitutional. So, it was permanently scrapped and no longer required. So, forget about that. So, going back, what I did was I watched vlogs of law students and lawyers as well. So, one is Attorney Isai Rivera, and she was not yet a lawyer back then, but now she's already working as a lawyer. And also for lectures, I watched Lex In Motion, and another one just recently for my studying, I watched Attorney Javier Law Vlog. So, I will put the link below. What else did I do? Books. I did not buy books right away because I thought that the professors will require you to buy because they have their own preference when it comes to authors, commentaries, and so on. But something that I wish I knew back then, and now you'll thank me for this, is that pwede na pala akong bumili ng mga codals. The codals are the Bible-like, in the life of law students. Let me show you this one. You can actually buy these codals already because these codals contain the codal provisions. The codal provisions of the law. So the law itself. Definitely you will need this in your entire law school. So I have the revised penal code with the special penal laws. We have the civil code of the Philippines. And lastly, we also have the 1987 Philippine Constitution. So ito lang sa first year is masusurvey mo na. So what's next after that? So enrollment. So yung enrollment process, depending na yun sa school that you will decide to join. And then after that, in our case, after the enrollment, the school arranged an orientation for the whole day. So they toured us around and they explained the policies, the guidelines, and the retention rule. And we also elected our class middle for the block. Yeah, you get to meet your classmates already. Afterwards, they created an FB page. Mas naging active pa ako actually sa Facebook now that I'm in law school compared to before. Funny thing, that's funny, right? So after the orientation, meron na agad kayong mga assignments, mga reading assignments for the first day. Yes, hindi mo pa nami-meet yung professor mo pero expect na may assignment na kayo na pwedeng magkaroon na ng recitation on the first day pa lang. So, nakapost na yung mga cases na you have to read, the provisions that you have to memorize word for word. May story na na-share lang sa amin and it's a real life experience. There's this guy na CPA, nung first day, he was called to recite. And I don't know all the details on how he answered it or what's the question was all about. But the next day, hindi na siya pumasok. And hindi ko kayo tinatakot that. It's a real experience, sabi niya. And the next thing that they knew about him is nagtitake na siya ng medical course. So yun, may mga ganong professor, expect nyo na yan sa first day ng class. So punta tayo dun sa class proper para may idea kayo ng itsura ng setup dun sa school namin. So aside from those professors na nagpaparesit on the first day of the class, meron din namang mga house rules lang or introduction lang. So you just have to state your name and your pre-law course and then the ever most controversial and lingering question of why did you decide to take up law or pursue law? Or basically, why are you in law school? If it will be your turn, I want you to answer it sincerely. Kung ano talaga yung deep why nyo. Because the answer to that question, you will have to hold on it for your entire law school. And even me, up until now, after a year, I'm still asking myself, why am I in law school? So I keep on reminding myself and I'm still holding on that answer. So after watching this vlog, I want you to think of the answer to that question. Why do you want to become a lawyer? Why are you studying law? Why do you want to study law?